Alright, I'll be starting here in just a moment or so. Just getting things set up in the back. Alright, let us get started here. That's from the Bully soundtrack, if you're not familiar with it. And I gotta set up a couple screen capture things as well. I gotta adjust my resolution too. Let me do that. Great. Fit the screen. Yeah, I guess that looks alright. It has a little bit of white space, which I don't care for, but yeah, setting up is always fun. And I think that's all we need for the time being. I may pull up Dwarf Fortress a little bit later. Yeah, I guess we're good to go. We created a new world. Just to, I streamed yesterday actually. I didn't have the best performance. I had, I think, a medium-sized world. We're going to go with a much smaller world just so we don't have to worry about when it saves updating all the information as the world changes. We also had a very long start, so we're going to go with a much shorter history. Civilizations, none of the other stuff matters too much. I'm going to have a more frequent mineral occurrence, though. There we go. We have a heart-sized heart-shaped world called, what's the name here? Oh, the Universe of the Griffins. Okay. Universe of Griffins. Alright, I'm happy with that. And we'll start playing Fortress. And let me see. Oh, I forgot something. I gotta get my stream chat set up. So I'm gonna send myself just a quick test message to make sure that's going through all right. Okay, chat's working. Happy about that. I gotta get my own top replica working now. Okay. And we're using sound sense this time around, just to get a little bit more interesting music. Not like the guitar isn't bad, but it's a nice change. All right, we'll be looking for a region. I personally always look for a region that fits for what I want. I know people just kind of play it most of the times, but what floats your boat? I'm not gonna win an aquifer. Not gonna win an aquifer. Unlimited water is nice, but it's just a pain if you accidentally flood your place. I'd like a river. I like both shallow and deep metal, and I'd like a lot of clay. I'm sorry, soil. Grain. I like a lot of rain. And all this other stuff doesn't matter to me. And I guess performance-wise, I'll leave like this for the time being. So search for that. Yeah, we got a couple places. It's fantastic. Let's go and take a look at a couple of these. This one looks alright. So we got a temperate forest, heavily forested, thick vegetation, decent surroundings, got sand, clay, deep soil, shallow metals, the whole shebang. I am gonna resize my zone just by 1, so get a little bit smaller, but still touch that river. Well, now I can probably handle a little bit more space. Yeah. Alright, we're going to stick with this. Surroundings are untamed wilds, that's alright. So I'm happy with all of that. I don't think I can name anything here, so we are ready to embark. And we're going to prepare carefully, I believe. It's either that or stick with one of these easier routes. I am using DF hack and losing new pack, so yeah, it's got those preset ones. I haven't actually seen what any of these entail though, so I'm not going to do that quite yet. Well, 2 miners, grower, carpenter, hunter, lumberer, cook and brew. I mean, that's essentially what I want, so I do kind of want to do that. I'm curious though, I would like, 3 mining picks. We have 2 miners. I'd like a couple chickens, cats, dogs. I have an idea of what I'd like, so I'm going to prepare carefully. Normally I spend a lot in my skills. Make sure I have a fantastic miner, which I'm going to do this time. 2 fantastic miners, I should say. And I'd like at least 1 good brewer, which I have to search for. Because I believe, I don't actually have confirmation on this, but I believe if you have a good brewer, they'll make more brew, in which case you would have more seeds saved from the plum pellets that you're using for brew. But I'm not entirely sure about that. Anyways, where's brewer? Whisper. Fecod is going to be a brewer. Competent one. And while I'm at it, I might as well name some of these guys, just so they have a little more remembrance to their names. So let's see. We're going to view them. Nope, we're going to customize them. Nickname, and we'll just go through. I don't want to do stand. Customize name, we're going to do brewer, yeah. as nickname, not good. We're gonna do the 2 miners. I usually just make kind of generic names for the miners. They're not too interesting themselves, but we'll do copper and steel. Named after the profession. We might as well just make some moderate people here. So we'll make an herbalist, just moderate, adequate, right? And we'll name that adequate herbalist wasabi. And the rest, they can be whatever we need room for. In terms of names, we'll go with, let's see, Thunder, and how about Echo, and what's another name? Peaches. So that's all of that. We're gonna look at our items now. We have 335 points to spend, so we're going to go ahead and go with another copper pick, just so we have a third miner, at least a lackey miner that's going to train in skills. We may even pick up actually several miner skills here. Competent. We'll make one a little bit more than competent. Skilled. Items. As well, 3 picks. We'll stick with 2 copper battle axes, got an iron anvil. We'd like some more ale and beer. I'll bring those numbers up a bit by another 10 or so. I like to have some more plum pellets spawned so I can get farming done right away. And plum pellets themselves, which are here. There's a couple of plum pellets. Alright. Got a bunch of seeds, we'll stick with all those. Yeah, actually got more plum pellets spawned. Great. I would also like, it looks like we only have a cave blaster, so we're gonna go here. And I would like a Melcat. Like that. Add. Yes, 1 Melcat. That's a female, 1 Melcat here. I would like dogs. Dogs Ripper. 1 male dog and 1 female dog. So we have dogs to guard the entrance from dirty kobolds. We have cats to kill the hamsters and whatnot. Try to get through our food stores. We'll also do a cow for milk, do a chicken for eggs, and more chickens. I usually go with chickens. You could also do a rooster. Let's do 1 rooster and for a hen. They're cheap, so 3 hens. Yeah. What else can we take? I don't usually slaughter too often. I usually leave whatever produce they make and consume that until they get older. So actually, maybe I'll take another female dog and another female cat. And we'll take some more ale. And 23, some more beer. Make this guy a little bit better miner. And this guy, well, we'll make not good a little bit of a better brewer. I guess better herbalist here. And at least that's 10 points. We'll put this towards blunt. Alright, we are all set. We can name the fort, which we're going to do. Right now it's called More Relic. So we're going to do B. Let's see, search. calm down. I still need to figure out how this naming convention works. Yeah. Okay. Earth. We need this part. Or like the shadows of Farmer like the Shadows Veil. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm just curious what the group name is. I won't change it. Taper Treaty. I'm gonna change to treaty. That's a noun. Compound? No, not compound. Name group. Okay, I'll stick with this. I have no clue how naming conventions to work. We'll call that good. Alright, and we are ready to embark.
We have arrived at our new home.
Yes, we have. You have arrived after a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding winter's wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Empton. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes subsistence. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You're expected a supply caravan just before winter consumes you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings. You the Jaguars the Jaguar men get hungry. I don't know what Jaguar men are. A new chapter of Dwarven history begins at this place. It was Evil Zenmeg? Shedmir Madung? Formerly the Shadows of Ale? Strike the earth. Alright, and here's our little place here. Got some thick tree trunks. What is this? It's just high wood. Alright. Here's our happy dwarves here. In a little bit. We're gonna start right away. Let's see. Looks like we don't have much mountain to work with here, but it does seem to move outwards. We're kind of on the cliff side. So we are gonna set up forts just inside of this cliff here. So let's designate just digging tasks to start off with. Start digging right here. And we'll get a little fancy with the entrance to the fortress. The fortress itself doesn't have to be too pretty, but this will have a nice entrance. What visitors see for the first time after all. Since we have some competent miners as well, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay, great. So I'll have our miners go ahead and start running and doing that. And I've got most of my notification windows actually on the right side of my screen, so as soon as possible I'd like to move the fortress inwards. We'll go a couple layers down, or do so. And let's see, since we have a couple idlers, let's see here. Just resizing some windows in the background. Alright, we are going to also designate, we're going to remove ramps, so Z, and we're going to move all the ramps around our area. All those. And all of those. Just in case if someone were to come up and prepare for a surprise attack, they wouldn't be able to drop right on our doorway. They have to make a little bit of progress on advancing to us, at least from the side of the mountain. Maybe along here. Yeah. We'll resume. We need 3 nest boxes for our chickens. Thank you, TFAC. And while we're waiting, we can also designate some tree cutting, so we'll go and chop down trees here. I'll just do the ones in this general area outside the fortress. And we can also gather plants. In fact, not only are we going to gather plants, but we're going to set up an automatic zone for gathering plants. So let's create a zone. And the zone can be, let's say, over here. And there we are going to gather and pick fruit. Great. And where is our river? We had a river here, didn't we? There it is. It's a very narrow river. That's alright. Let's get little critters on the map. Right here we have a giant platypus. I know I saw that on. We have a giant. Alright. And giant sponges too. And kakapo. And alligators too. We gotta watch out for them. We definitely should have hunters as soon as possible. We got lots to work with. We will designate fishing spots. Hopefully that won't become a problem. Actually, can we see where those alligators are? I'd like to avoid them if possible. Go to unit. Okay, so they are on land, so we might have trouble avoiding them actually. But that should be right. We can set up a fishing spot. We may do it, well, we can do it in the forest, or we can do it in that river. And they're all fairly close to each other regardless, so we'll just do both. So we're going to set up a zone as well. We'll do it along the river. And we'll set that both up as a water source and a fishing spot. So F. Great. Now we'll go back up to our fortress, or I guess our wagon for the time being. I'm going to pause it again, and I'm going to set up a zone for the horses that we have that came here on the carriage. While we didn't actually bring horses with us in terms of preparing carefully, we did have some that were on. And we'll set up a pasture for them just outside the base here. Doesn't need to be too big, but we would like them to have some grazing area. So at N for pasture, Control N to select some animals, and we're just going to select the 2 horses here. Alright, that's all set. We'll continue again. We'll be going through some mining. Something that I am a little worried about at the moment, but it's not catastrophic, not a catastrophe, is immediately through this cave that we're making, we already hit cavern floor. Well, we're going to be making plum helmets, we're going to need a farm for that. However, it's not too worrisome since a couple layers down, we have still possibly soil. I mean, what are these? These are peat walls. While we're digging in, we can go closer to the side of the mountain and hopefully hit some soil to create farm rooms. And we are going to be going quite a number of levels down in order to build a fortress, since we don't want to raid on the top floor. So we should be alright. Okay, we'll continue again. While they are fairly slow miners for the time being, they'll get a little bit better over time. They're immediately going right into rock, so they don't have as much practice on soil, and they're only fairly competent at the time being. Oh, and we actually did hit. What is this over here? Yellow sand. I don't know if is that valuable as a farm plot. That is viable. All right, fantastic. So we can actually make a farm up here at the top, like I originally had planned on. We don't have to worry about going too close to the mountain wall to farm. It is raining now. You can tell in the sound change. Also, how is the sound? Let me check the levels. Oh, you can't even hear the music. All right. Well, there we go. That is, I think, a little bit better. Well, yeah. All right, we'll leave it like that. Some people, as they come along with the sound, sounds all right. Nope, we'll turn it down a little bit. Cancelled. Felt free. Couldn't find the path. That was over here. Oh, that's all right. Okay. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and make an adjacent room to this entrance. Oh. I'm still debating. Let me go first down a floor and see if we have a viable place that we can farm. Because I would like to make it next to my still, and I'd like my still not to be on the top floor, just so we have any of the stockpiles. Okay, lots of stuff happening at once. You know what I would like to do is I would like to disable that sound. Let me see if I remember how to do that, because that is the one sound that becomes very old very fast. That sort of flute sound. Sound sense. I can't remember where it is. Dude, not that one. I have a little trouble finding it. Native flute, that's the word I'm looking for. Alright. Native flute. Oh, there's a couple of them. Shoot. Okay. I found this one. This is under default. Delete. Okay. Happy. No more of that. Sorry, that took so long. There we go. Alright, back to the game. Yes, perfect. And it works immediately. It's such an awful sound. Alright, the miners are nearly finished here. Once they start getting in the middle of this, we'll go and make some down paths and start moving the fortress downward. Alright, we'll go ahead and start that now. So we'll make some downstairs. In the middle here. I don't want to make it so huge. Let's disable that one. Looks like a giant eye. Alright, we will do that. And downstairs, we're going to start building this out. Oh, I don't know if immediately. What's this here? Wall. Probably Pete here. Like, I think the stills and the farm on the first floor down. That seems alright with me. We're not worried about that. I'm so iffy about it. Let's see, another floor down from there. We still have sand loam. And this is where I'd like the actual fortress. However, here we have rough hewn. And it'll like get swarmed out this the further we go down. Well, over here. Wall back, we can't guarantee that's all the way through. So let's do on floor 2 down. We'll create farms and stills, and immediately afterwards we'll work on the fortress. Also, how's my sound coming through? Coming through. Kinda okay. I'll clear myself up. Yeah. Okay. So instead of building around this, we're actually just gonna go immediately down again. They'll finish that in a sec. Little dicing napes up downstairs and build it all the way around. Okay, great. Oh, there you go, center. I did. Shoot. Let's see. Let's cancel this because I'm bad at guessing. And we will go immediately off this. So, up downstairs. 1 floor down. I was right. What in the world was that other one? Alright. Up downstairs. Cancel. Oh, they're just expanding the room out. That's where I was confused. Dranica. I assigned a lot of trees, really? Oh, it's this one down here. Alright, we'll cancel that designation. Any other ones that are completely out of reach? I think we're good there. Okay, and it's on this floor. I would like to immediately go out and start building this way. This is where the farm will be. Dig that up. Great. And we're just trying to get to that sort of loamy, sandy area. Oh, actually, we hit loam immediately, which is great. Is this even loam? What is this called? Low sand. Alright, that's great. So we're gonna go ahead and make a farm. We'll make it like this. Not too fancy. Hey, how's it going? Hey, why? I'm joking pronouncing your name. And immediately from here we can go into the fortress downward. And while we're here, this is going to be the entrance to the fortress, so we can actually go and assign our dogs out in this area here, just to defend the entrance. We'll do that with the zone. They can do the whole region. And that can be a pen pasture, and we'll put the parameters for that to be 3 dogs. That's all set. We'll do the cats a little bit later when we do food stockpiles. Speaking of which, how are we doing on food? 200 stores, 90 drink, so we'd like to work on this still soon. Alright, and the farm plots are finished. Or I should say the zoning of the farm plots are finished. Go ahead and create a building plot and place some plots down here. 2 beds. in case we want some variation to our plots. We'll probably stick to plum outlets for the time being, but just in case. And attached to this, I would like to start on a still, so we'll also make a secondary room. For the still there. Alright. And in here we'll put a workshop for a still, so that's going to be Bell. We can have 2 while we're at it, just in case we have enough people to do so. Great. We can also make a stockpile in this area for seeds, because we're going to constantly have seeds around here. So we can do a food stockpile. And we'll stick a couple tiles here. And we'll up Q and change the settings of that food stockpile. Look all, and we'll just accept seeds here. So permit seeds. That way if they need to plant, they're just right there. Don't have to worry about going too far for them. And it'll also give some of our haulers a job to do in the meantime, while waiting for the rest of these shops to build up. Alright, and those stills are up. So we're going to go ahead and set an automatic parameter for workflow. This is something only with the Lazy New Pack, I believe, or at least if you have the plugin for it. So we are going to get brewed from plant yet, get brewed drinks from plant yet, just because we don't have an empty food storage container. We need a carpenter shop, or craft dwarf workshop. I think it's a carpenter shop for that. So we'll eventually get to that point, and once we have that set, we can make a workflow, which I don't believe we do yet. Need all W. We'll wait for that. And yeah, we won't even worry about brewing drinks since we're at a good, decent level. And being, however, what we will do is we'll sell some plum helmets. So we'll select plum helmets here and hit Shift Enter for all seasons. So A, B, C, D plum helmets are going to be planted. We'll do the same for the ladder here since it's right next to the still. We're going to be specifically using this for plum helmets. So we'll do Shift Enter. A, B, C, D, all set. And we're going to go downstairs and start working on the rest of our areas. This one, bedding, actual workshop, carpenter shop, all that fun stuff. You know, we're going to do actually 2 layers down, so we're going to go another layer down. Just because I want to have access to that river. Oh. Well, I do want access to that river. Go 4 down. Or it's a couple more. We'll do some up downstairs here. And yeah, this gives me plenty of space to work with, and we have access to the river if we need it for safe later farming adventures. So we'll just do this many. Let the miner take care of that. Put over here. Seeds. And we'll cut the spawn bag. Yep, just started. A little less than half an hour ago, I think. Yeah, just starting. I had another one going on yesterday, but about to start fresh. I had to learn a couple of things. I hadn't played in quite a while. I'm just picking it up once again. How's it going, Wasabi? Alright, great. We got those still set. What else do we need here? Wait for those dwarves to work on that. Just to mine a little bit further down. I think they're hauling seeds currently. Alright, great. They're working on that now. Struck Mika. Mika Angelo. Lots of colors. Early spring. I'd like to actually gather some plants now that we have some time. So let's go back to the wagon and we'll gather plants. We already have an automatic gather zone, which actually I think this guy's working on here. But we can designate the rest of the area for gathering plants. So P, this area that's around here near the woods. Well, unless there are none. It's also possible. There's lots over there, so we'll go with that. And let me set up some hotkeys because I'm having trouble moving around. We're going to set up hotkey 2 just to be the farm. We'll zoom to this area. And we'll set up the other one later. So wheelbarrow, farm. And this is actually our ground zero. This is where we're going to be working. So, and since I don't like being right here in the corner, I'm going to actually move outwards immediately. So, we're going to make some tunnels. Yeah, we'll try to make some nice design to the tunnels too. Just so it looks fancy. Take a little bit of time, but at least it looks pretty in the end. All that matters, right? And actually, we can make this a little bit faster just by doing that. And doing interchanging these. Oh, totally aesthetic. I don't think there's any advantage in it. Probably just waste more time than it's actually worth. Just aesthetic. Especially when we come down to smoothing walls, this is probably just going to be a pain to deal with more than anything. I just like how it looks mostly. I also have like a design for my bedroom, how I like how it looks, and design for certain rooms. Especially it takes all this time just to build. It's just going to be for this long hallway though, I'm not going to do it for the entire thing. We're going to start going up here. I don't want to hit any of this wet stone, so we're actually going to take an upwards bend here. And here's where we're going to start the fort. So, you think about the beginning of a fort, you go downstairs, expect there to be a giant room, and that's what we're going to make. A giant meeting room. And we should probably make that symmetrical, which is not. So giant meeting room. This will also be where all the new immigrants will meet up. we're gonna connect this to the banquet hall or the dining room. Okay, great. And we'll let them work on that because that's going to take a little bit of time. But once that's finished, that's going to be the meeting zone, and that's essentially going to be the crossroads for most of our buildings. We're going to immediately go into the various construction shops like the mason, the craftswork workshop, the woodworker. That will be nearby the kitchen, which will be attached to the dining room. And all of this will be also very close to the bedroom, so this is going to be the base of operations for the time being. And we're going to try to move north if we can. And I can't remember, did I set up the fishing spot? I did. So I'm going to set up a hotkey just for down there, since I would have to keep going back and forth between the Z levels. So F3, and we'll zoom here as well. Oh, there's names. Let's say farm. And meeting room. There we go. And they're falling asleep in the ground, slowly chugging away at that. Alright, we got those planted seeds down here. That reminds me that once those start to bloom, I'll have to keep an eye on that. I always have trouble running into not having a food stockpile, but planting too early, so I don't have my dwarves run and grab the plum helmets, which means they wilt, which is always unfortunate, so I will try to get those immediately if I can. In fact, I might even make a stockpile. I am going to do that, just so I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to do a small stockpile of plum helmets. It is still here. In which case, we're just going to put food into it. Did that wrong? I did zone. Oops. We're going to do P for stockpile. And that will be a food stockpile. And edit it. It's going to be a plant? Is that plum helmet? It's not a plant. I usually always set up farming early because I worry about it so much. I know you can go a little bit, especially if I got a lot of plum helmets with me already, and I brought a lot of ale. It's something I worry about starving, so I try to get that done immediately. I know other people, they usually do, do the workshops first, they take care of all the mining first, and then later, farming's usually an afterthought. I like getting it done as soon as possible. Plum helmet, plum helmet. Alright, we are not going to worry about it. We'll just set a general food stockpile in a bit. So we're going to do the stockpile. And we'll put that stockpile near the kitchen once we have it. I suppose we get to set up a cat here. I'm actually not sure if critters will go for the farm. I guess it'd be reasonable. Yeah, there would be animals around the farm. So we'll set up a small one just for one of our cats. A pen for a female cat. Let's keep an eye on that. Ideally, we want to mostly put the cats. Waiting a year or so, that's probably even better. I mean, in favor of meat, especially if you you bring some cattle along and you're favoring breeding and taking care of, you know, if they're cows, you can milk them. If they're sheep, you can shear them. It's probably better. Take care of all that because you'll also be making profit. You'll be feeding. That's a good way to do it. I'm terrible with animals. I forget to feed them. I forget to pasture them. So I usually go with farming instead. Both are, I think, really viable. I presume. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Okay. Egg layers. Okay. Let me write that down. That's a good point. Then you have to worry about it. And that is not worrying about something sounds fantastic for me. Struct bottom line. I remember pigs don't need don't get fed at all, or they just eat off scraps. I forget because I know they just hang around usually. If you sign them to the fortress, they'll just hang around that area. And good to know they can be milked. I didn't even know you could milk a pig. Okay, cool. That pig's a good idea too. Plus you get that delicious bacon. Folks gotta love it. I don't even think. I mean, what did I bring with me? I brought a couple hens for eggs. And yeah, rooster, just more chickens. That's all I have to worry about. Just stick a bit of quarter and don't worry about it. Make a egg box. The dwarves are becoming fairly skilled miners, which is fantastic. Makes it a lot faster. No, I don't have all my dwarves mining. I actually brought only 3 picks along with me, so only the 3 of them were assigned for the time being. Oh, it's summer. So only the 3 of them are assigned. I think through Dwarf Therapist I can check specifically who's assigned, so it may be all of them. Actually, I think I can check that here. Wait. Z, no, you. And go to unit. I can also pour over there for this. Either way, only 3 of them for the time being. And when I get a chance, I actually want to, well, I can pull it up now. UI. Okay, check that out. Once you view the unit. Yep. Okay, well, got it. Ah, thank you. Get it for me. So for my miners, they're just not assigned to anything else. They got the rest, it looks like. Food hauling, okay. May disable that. And lever operation, right. But I think most of these jobs, since I have DFAC, they'll be automatically assigned as the jobs become open. For example, we don't have anything with double caretaking since there hasn't been a need of that. So I don't have to worry about this view quite yet. But again, yeah, just the miners. And we'll set those. We could even turn off this miner. We'll need a carpenter later. No one's good at it though. Actually, expedition leader should be mining. He's a better skill on it. Oh, this guy's almost there. Okay, guys. That's a good point, and that is some of my worry. And usually, if I have a lot more time to play Dwarf Fortress, I will work more even with the inbuilt menu, not even the Dwarf Therapist, just to specifically make sure that I have specialization, like one guy who does nothing but Steelsmith. But if I don't have too much time, I don't want to worry about it. It'll become useful also when you have so many immigrants that are influxed. 60, 80, you just want the jobs at least assigned. Oh, Plumbo's ready. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to assign a temporary food storage. And we will move this food storage a little bit later. Since we already have a cat in the area, let's do it right here. Yeah. What are our miners doing? Store item, plant seeds, drink. I would like these to be grabbed, so until I wilt. Give it an estimate. No. Alright, I think we have a little bit of time though. Okay, great. Find that out. Stick the plum outs there for the time being. We should get a carpenter workshop so we can have barrels. Oh, we have opening. Alright. Let's go ahead and stockpile immediately, because I don't want those to wilt. is set for food, right? Yeah, for stuff.
More migrants.
Well, that was fast. All right, in the summer. All right, where are these guys at? Oh, down here. Okay. I haven't set up the meeting area. We'll make this little zone over here a meeting area. For a meeting? Yeah. Alright, not too many people. Looks like we got 3 people. We got a potter, an herbalist, which is great, and a light maker. Oh, we got plum helmets. We can go and make some brew. However, before I forget, we would like to ensure that the plum helmets that we have, which are right here, are disabled for cooking, because we don't really want to cook the things that we're gonna for brew, since they're just so easy to make, and so we're only brewing at the moment. Alright. And we'll go ahead and start just a brew job for extract from plant. Do that 3 times. No kidding. You don't cook drinks. And once we have more barrel production, we'll work on some more drinks, but for the time being, just 3 is alright. Let's get them started. I know, isn't that the worst? And then you starve to death because you cooked all your brew. Alright, those new migrants, what are they working on? Planting seeds, storing, and 1 guy's not working on anything. Alright. They bring any livestock with them? Nope. So just horses and hens. Still like to go hunting at one point. We decided a hunter. Alright. We're getting some competent miners. Peaches probably shouldn't be mining right now, but that's alright. What's this guy working on? Let's not have him on hauling. Water hauling's alright though. No need for food. He doesn't mind, that's all we need you guys doing. And we can actually set the stockpile now. P. And just remove the current one and extend it outward a bit more. And I believe we already have a cat zone. Yeah, we do. We're gonna cancel this pen pasture. I also think you can resign, so we're just gonna cancel it though. And create a new zone. Time a little bit bigger. And we'll set this for one of the cats, one of the female cats. Our chicken seltzers, oddly enough. Oh yeah, look at all these rotten rats. Alright, good job, cat. You did a great job. Since we have some remains, we can make a corpse pile outside while we're at it. That is a corpse stockpile, so Y here. And we'll stick it right out here. Along with that, we can also build a workshop for our butcher. Stick him outside, just because he smells a little too much. That's a good question. I don't actually know. I imagine if you had a bookkeeper keeping a very good eye on your stores and you paid attention to like whenever one of your dwarves ate, you could tell if you were missing food from the vermin. I don't know. Maybe did they call it sickness? I don't think so. Maybe negative thoughts from seeing the vermin. I'm not entirely sure about that. That's a good question though. If we have a butcher workshop, we're also going to need a tanner. Yeah, not to my knowledge. I'd have to look it up in the wiki. There's a section for vermin. I'm just skipping a sec. Step. Leatherworks, tanner. I need a tanner. So I'll put a tanner outside next to this guy. Okay, great. We'll have a leatherworks inside. That's for when we have armor. We can stick straight into the stockpile. We're currently out of plum helmet seeds. That's alright. Just need to make some brew, which means we're also still missing some barrels. Yeah, it really is amazing. Honestly, and yeah, all the subsections point to the appropriate place. If you're even like unsure about something, you can find it right away. They have a great job of categorizing it. It should be a model for other wikis. We should, to be honest. All right, none of my dwarves are mining. Let me see dwarf therapist. Construct building, gather plants. Good job. Toggle labor. No, what are you doing? Peaches. Miner. Peaches is not a job. What about mining this stuff? Oh, DFX. Okay, we got someone mining. At least someone's mining. I'm happy about that. Oh, alright, that makes sense. Cause it to rot faster, that's interesting. Okay. That's good to know. So then it affects the shelf life of it, really. And if they have specific versions, so you gotta pay attention to your dwarf slots. Alright, so they have some effect here and there. Especially if your dwarf has a version for it. Negative thought can be hell to deal with. Oh, and if they're cook. They always have to go in the storeroom. At least they have purpose. That's good to know. That's cheap Eccles too. Only, I think 11 points. For that. Definitely worth the risk in that case. Alright, I'm going to start working on history and craftsmanship. So we're gonna make some self room for that. Okay, there are way too many people gathering plants. Let's over here. So I'm gonna disable this zone for the time being because I have too many people hitting. Alright, down to 50 drink. Alright, no worries, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. Feel free to pop in whenever. Good night, man. Hey, Masabi's still here. How you doing, man? Yeah, I haven't seen you play Dwarf Fortress at all, Masabi. Yeah, I try to stream almost every day, so if you're interested in what I'm doing, I do corruptions, old classic games, nostalgia games, Dwarf Fortress. Whatever you see, if you're interested, stop by. Oh, we now have a dedicated farmer. Alright. Oh, I didn't see these fights. Giant Sponge fought Cody. The Giant Sponge pushes the Cody in the left rear leg, but there's no force. And the Giant Sponge lightly tapped the target. Jesus. Cody, I don't think that's one of mine. is in this area. No, it's just a wild animal. You know, I was gonna say, Wasabi, I haven't heard you stream Dwarf Fortress in a while, or at all. You should play a couple. Okay, one area finished. I want to go with a carpenter's workshop, so we're hitting C, right? Where is carpenter? Yeah, C. And we actually got enough room for 2 of them, so let's take 2 in here. And since our carpenters are going to be using wood constantly, we are going to set up a stockpile of wood just for them to grab right along this wall here. Well, make sure I'm not blocking anything. I gotta wait for that. We will do. Walk over the wood, right? Yeah, put in a stockpile like that. And that's wood. Okay, good. Okay, cool. We finished the other area too. And here we'll do some masons. Workshop. Masonry is M. And again, we can stick to in this space without them hurting each other. And here we'll set up a stockpile for stone, which is S. Yeah. Okay. And we'll be able to make some doors, some goblets, some chairs. This is everything we could possibly want. Immediately we should start getting to bedrooms. If you look in the lower right, minor. One of our dwarves is become unhappy, and I'm actually not entirely sure I can check who that is. Other than looking at each individual person's thoughts. Who is this person? Flies, yeah. Flies are a problem. Satisfied about remembering work and a friend. I'll get them in beds. Alright, so let's also work on bedding. I want to go north with the base, so we will drag this a little bit more north. And along the way, I would like to make some bedding sprawling out. So we'll do some rooms this way. How do I want to position my rooms? Like this. For the time being, well, with our migrants, how many people have we got? Population of 10. So we'll make 15 rooms. Just to get ready for the next batch. And we can keep sprawling these rooms outwards, they're not going to run into anything. And we'll also do some in the opposite direction. It gives us a little bit of room to build with for the time being. And we'll make some food up north from here. And we'll also do some stockpile zones. Since we do have a lot of space here, I'd like to make the stockpile just directly off the meeting room. We'll do, let's see, do an entrance like this. we got a large stockpile. And we'll let them work on that. We again still only have like 2 dwarves and we only have 3 miners, 2 of which that don't want to do work, 1 of which is always working. So we'll let do that. We need plum outlet spawns. Don't have plum outlet spawns at the moment, so we're unable to plant more. That is one of the things we're going to be doing at the woodworker's shop. Oh, that's another thing I need. I'm going to extend this outwards a little bit more. I'm going to need a craft dwarf's workshop with wood as well, so we're going to make this a little bit bigger. So all the woodworkers have access to wood, all the stoneworkers have access to stone, and it's all nice and neat in their little corners. I'm going to take a real quick fiber and grab a drink of water. I will leave the music running with sound sense. But let me put on intermission. And I will be right back in a moment. Alright, I am back. Myself some water and some root beer or dwarven ale. So you can have some party drink while you're playing Dwarf Fortress. Not always alcohol. You know, some non-alcohol. Whatever feels too good. Alright, I am still progressively learning farms. I have been terrible at farms. I usually like starting with a farm, but I usually make it fail immediately. That's something I should like... If there is an AP course in farms, I would take only that. Because I need to get good at it. In the meantime, though, we're working on the rest of the building. Doing that storehouse, which is a big one. We're going to just stockpile everything in there, and once we have that stockpiled, we can almost close ourselves off from the outside. And I'd like to move forward towards that. Oh, it's autumn. Jesus. How are we doing on drinks? 40 drink, okay. So we need to make barrels right away. Let's go ahead and... Is this built yet? Let's build some barrels. That is V, and we're just going to keep building barrels. That is something we definitely need right now. I'm going to change this meeting zone because it doesn't need to be here right now, so we're going to actually X this off. And we're going to change the meeting area just to be this large room here, because this is this room's intention originally. Minus that slot and that slot. And I meeting zone. And when dwarves don't have jobs to do, they'll hang out in this area. Actually, now that I think about it, I kind of want to make this the dining room. Why don't I just make this the dining room? Yeah, let's make this a dining room. That works. Right? Yeah, okay, so this is going to be the dining room, which is also the meeting area. And it's also going to be where dwarves just kind of hang out when they don't have anything to do, which is great. We can all be happy and fall in love with each other and have babies and more dwarves. Or stupid, useless children dwarves who don't work. I'm sorry? You lost your pick? And also, what's wrong with this guy? He's thirsty, isn't he? I mean, Don is thirsty. Dole, you're the new guy. Hey, Wasabi, are you still in chat? You lost a pick. And that is terrible. Don't lose picks. We only got 2 of them. We had 3, but now we got 2. I did lose 1 pick, right? Because I ain't worried that we lost. We lost a 2nd pick. Wasabi lost 2 of the picks that we had. We only have 1. Oh, that's terrible. That is awful. Let me make sure the best miner, not the worst miner, is mining right now. Huh? Oh, pick's right there though. Oh, I see. Okay, lost pick, which means it drops it. Okay, that was a little worrisome. Let's reassign some of these guys to mining. I don't know. I like DF Hack because it auto-assigns jobs and it becomes fantastic when you have a lot of migrants. Where are you? You're skilled brewer. You should be brewing. But man, it's become. Ooh, you're really good at this. Oh, it's pottery. Yeah. It becomes a pain for the miners because I just want the miners and mining and nothing else. Anyway. And that's something you can do, for dwarf therapists or anything like that. But if you have dwarf therapists and DF Hack both up, they won't cooperate together because DF Hack writes over the data that dwarf therapist sets. Which is unfortunate, but oh well. At least now I was able to. Oh no, did one of them quit? Oh, they're still both working. As I say, I was at least able to set 2 of them to be mining. We have 4 miners now. That's not right. Why is this guy even mining? That should not be a miner. That should be the guy that's skilled in mining. Oh, yeah, heck. How I don't like you sometimes. We're in autumn. We don't have any drinks yet, but it looks like our guy is working on it. In the meantime, we are going to make a stockpile for finished, I believe, furniture? Barrels. Barrels fall into. It's either finished goods or furniture. We're going to make a stockpile for both. I'm not entirely sure which. Just so they're nearby. Just so they're stuck in stockpile, actually. That's fine with me. Let's make it right here in the meeting zone, which I know I'm going to adjust this later, and I stick zones everywhere. It makes it look terrible, but we just have very slow mining right now, so I kind of got to plop it down where I can. So we'll customize the settings for this guy. I believe all this should be blocked. Okay. All is blocked. So we're going to enable finished goods, and we're going to enable furniture. I don't want to search that to figure out which one is barrels. One of them does, so we'll call it. And hopefully we'll bring some barrels there soon. How many barrels do we have? We're going to enable the workflow plugin. If anyone's unfamiliar with the workflow plugin, it sort of works like automation. It does the job of the manager when you set certain constraints, like only create this many things this many times. It's the same idea. This incorrectly. add task, barrel, workflow constraint. So that. I did it wrong. Cancel is not the same as suspend, but alright. Workflow. We're going to add item limit, a barrel of any kind. Now we have 7 barrels in occupancy. Oh, thank you, man. Shoot. Thank you. Anyways, so for workflow, we got 5 to 10 items. I'm going to customize that range. I would at least 10 barrels in storage, and we can get it 15. So we'll start creating barrels now. We're gonna have an expedition later. Okay. Okay. Sure, I suppose. Alright, we're gonna get a drink. Since we have barrels now, we can go to the farm, and now we can actually create a farm. We'll do a workflow constraint for that as well. Which is we're gonna do a drink vending material, and for this we'd like a lot of drinks in the base. We're gonna keep it a minimum of 200. No, what are we currently at? We're currently at 32. Let's do a minimum of 80. I like having a decent amount, and we'll peak it at 100. Okay, so they'll work on that. I'm still using Lazy New Pack.
There's no place for the merchants to unload their goods. Build someplace for the caravan.
Orders in the sidebar? I have double orders in the sidebar. Also, I need a trade depot. Forgot about that. We're gonna build that right outside by the barrel. Yeah, there's not a ton. And people like Dwarf therapists, which is thrown into there too. Need a trading depot, capital D. And just whatever nearby. Great. I make a stockpile for equipment, because they keep seeming to lose their picks, but just get it thrown into a stockpile. Which means that would be, I guess, still a weapon. So we'll do a small weapon stockpile. Oh, hey, we got puppies. That's awesome. We actually don't. Ooh. Alright, we got a trade discussion. At the moment, we need. Let's see. What do we need at the moment? We're good on cats, good on dogs. We're probably good on hens. We don't really need to hatch any eggs yet. We'll take some drinks though. We're running a little low on those, even though we just started production. And we'll take some meat. A huge priority. And we'll take plum helmets. Even though we are creating from seeds, we did have some wilts at the beginning because we didn't have a stockpile for our food yet, so we'll take some spawn as well. Or at least spawn out themselves. Do we have spawn? And a plant. Nah, you know what, this is good. Yeah, fine. Great. Oh great, we had a baby horse too. How about that? The question is, do we slaughter it and eat the baby horse? Because we could use some meat. Horse fowl. Nah, I think... I don't know what that'd be used for it though. Yeah, we're gonna set it ready for slaughter. So we have a butcher, which we're good to go. We have a tanner, good to go. We have a corpse pile. I think the only thing we need is a cook for that. The meat can stay in stores for a while, so we should be alright for that. And we're working on the kitchen in a few moments. Down here. But yeah, we can slaughter. Bring our meat stores up, we only got 10 at the moment. Plenty of food stores though. We should make a bookkeeper just to have that exact number down soon. And yeah, we should always work on more drinker. And we got the mine miners. They're not big cow picks. Alright, cow's been slaughtered. And we'll bring him to the butcher. We need a patrol creature nearby. Let's see. Maybe I should kill the fellow. Okay, so here there's a pile of hooves, hair, nervous skull, skin, and bone. I'm imagining. Oh, so they already. Oh, alright, so when it's slaughtered, it's taken immediately to butcher. Okay, got it. That's where I was confused. And here we can. Already tanning a hide? Yeah, we are. Alright. So we're good to go. And did that upper meat store us? It did. Great. Fantastic. We got 20 from that. Very happy. Yeah, you know, I wasn't actually sure. I said nervous. Let me Google that. Let's see here. Stray horse and nervous. Foul nervous tissue. So I guess just nervous system? Can't see it at the moment. It's just literally long nerves that they like took out of like string. Oh, God. How are we doing on drink? We got 60. Okay, so the stores are going up. And I forget what I said this is workflow. Yeah, so they should be still making drink. And it's not suspended for any reason. We're still making barrels, I imagine. We are with. Okay. So they're still making barrels as well. Oh, I don't know if I want to click on that link. Why not? Yep, that was a bad one. Jesus Christ. Yeah, pretty much. I didn't think they would be that good at dissection, but surprise, surprise. No, you're alright. No worries. Lots of dead animals. That's good. Cats are doing their job. We had puppies. Let's assign them to this area so they're not wandering around. Oh, they're automatically assigned. Okay, great. Oh, I gotta work on hens and roosters. Gotta make them boxes. And that, I believe, yeah, that's at the Crafts Dwarf workshop. Still wait for that to be built. Alright, got kittens. My kittens, we got. Three kittens. We definitely don't need three, so let's go ahead and take two of them away. So, slaughter one. And slaughter two. This adorable animal can't work. Well, I ain't gonna be adorable for long. At this time. Handling dangerous creature. Giant sponges. Well. Straight goat and slaughtered, we have not too much meat. Not surprising. Probably not too much in terms of weight. We could definitely use some more immigrants, that's for sure. Alright, second stray cat's been slaughtered. Oh, I don't have a refuse pile. I should probably throw that near the slaughter pit. Because I imagine if I look over here. Okay, 2 stray kittens full. So yeah, we gotta throw this into a refuse pile. Which is R. And we don't need 2 eggs in the pile. I'm not sure how many ticks we have actually. We should have more people mining. But thanks to DF hack, they are automatically being unassigned from their job, so that's always fun. Despite me setting any of these miners to mine. We only have 3 miners, so we can set these 3 guys, but wait for a second and double check. And they have been unrolled. That's unfortunate. They're being automatically rolled into wood cutting, which not only do we not need a woodcutter, but we also have no trees that are marked for being cut. So automatic job assignment gets a downvote for me. I guess it's useful for people who are just starting off, but yeah, it hinders progress when you're trying to mine. Oh, there's a beheading. What? Ooh, didn't see any of this. So they're fighting Cody. Cody is a wild animal. The swordsmith stabs Cody in the head with the silver short sword, and the severed part sails off in an arc. Hell of a fight. One side actually. R this zoom. Oh, it's way over here. All right. A pool of Cody blood. Huh. I don't even know why. Were you hunting? What were you doing? All the way out here in the boonies. Dismund. Oh, he's not even part of the party. He's part of the. Oh, he's part of the traveling guys. Okay. Got it. That makes more sense. Sound Sense does not have consistent audio, that's for sure. Because now it is whisper quiet. Turn up a little bit. I'm sure it's gonna blast ears a little bit later, so I'll be trying to turn that down as soon as possible. We're doing better in drink. We got it up to 80, which I'm very happy about. I think that's our soft limit. We're gonna bring it up to 100 before they stop making brew, and we got a decent amount of food stores as well. We have 8 idle dwarves. We have new arrivals. All migrants arrived. That's fantastic. Okay. We got a glazer, waxworker, herbalist, milker, peasant. Great. We have the peasant. Okay, fantastic. We're gonna meet up here, and they're gonna take all those jobs that we're gonna be taken immediately. Or they'll sit around idle. That also works. Alright, we're gonna. We can't even make beds yet because we're still working on the. Well, we still make beds. We're gonna make 10 beds. I suppose. Yeah, let's just make 10 beds. Yeah, manager, we can put a request in for 10 so we don't have to worry about hard limits for the workshop job queue limit. But it's alright for the time being. What we should also work on is doors, because we don't have any doors, and we are in mid-autumn. Barrels. Alt W. Okay, we're almost there. After that, we're gonna make doors. Actually, I am gonna do a work order for doors, since we always kind of need doors. Right type. And 5 to 10. Always having 5 in storage, but then making 10, that doesn't seem right. We'll always have 3 in storage, and once we hit that cold limit of 3, we'll make upwards of 5. That seems right. Okay, great. Okay, we're going to another workshop for Crafts Dwarf workshop. See that here. And we'll also extend the stockpile that's down here a bit. Just by removing the current designation. Since I do want them to sort of stretch out the stockpile a little bit. And having some more wood. Okay, let's build. We're gonna build some. Oh, there got a ladder. Waiting for that. Sound sense. Bring it down a bit. We are going to do a work order for this. We always want chairs and tables and storage. Not necessarily. Let's do. I also need to make something with wood. What was that? Oh, I need hen boxes. Is that under wood? Yes, box. I need 3 of those. And we'll also go with we need tables. We'll work on. Look at that now. 1, not total. Oh, that's at the. Is that here? Table? It is. So we'll wait a little bit. You can make goblets though. So wooden cups. I'll make 4 cups. Yeah. Okay, great. This is a little pea. A blue. What's that? Small forest bird. Why do we have is that a parrot? Oh, one of the migrants must have brought it. Pea chick. Named Inkish. Alright. I'm debating about slaughtering some of these puppies. We have 4 of them. How old are these dogs? Do we get an age one? Let's slaughter 2 puppies. That's what I'm thinking. For science. Oh god, it makes such an awful sound. Sound sense. You're awful. Are we low on wood stores? What do we... These are all logs. Is that what I set this pile as? Q. That is the stockpile. Oh yes, I did set it as a wood stockpile. I meant to do a weapon. That is my mistake. I'm going to EX remove the stockpile because we don't need that. And instead we're going to P for weapon. That's where I got confused. You know, with the stockpile, the main one's almost finished, so I don't have to worry about it yet. Okay, both off here. sentries have been slaughtered. Didn't update any of our meat, but that's alright. We may have had 30 before, now we have 40. Either way. How to drink, 500 food stores. We're looking A-okay. Not starving yet. Lots of plump helmets are being sown and planted and farmed, which is fantastic. I'm automatically doing that. We got a lot of brew. Look at all that brew. That's fantastic. They're nearly there, and we also have some bedrooms that are nearly finished, which is great. Although we're going to use the first couple doors just for the beginning of our fortress. The entrance, I should say. So that is over here. So, door. Bed. And we have a few, so we'll stick them in the suicide rooms. 3 doors seems appropriate. And then we'll use the remainder of the doors for everything down here in our rooms. That is. I have 3. There we go. Starting off with actually this room here. Since we're going to make this a dining hall, we might as well have a perfect room size for when we actually designate a dining hall as soon as we have tables ready. Speaking of tables and whatnot, so they're still being constructed, which is great. How many beds do we have? I forget. Bed. This room's too small. You didn't do that one all the way out. Oh well, this one has a bed. We have 7 beds. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 rooms. So we need 3 more beds, including the one that's queued up. We'll make 2 more beds. And doors we already have on auto make. Yep. We're good to go there. Alright, so we got doors being made, we got beds being made. We're good to go there. We're about to have the stock room finished, so we can stick some stocks. Coming along alright. We should have wheelbarrows being built, so we can make this, at least wood carrying, a little bit faster. We can do that here. Wheelbarrow is all the way down here at the bottom. Let's make 2 wheelbarrows. And we can allow 1 wheelbarrow here. Let's make wood carrying a little bit faster since we have a lot of wood to bring up. And a little bit later we can also do that for our rock storage since we're going to have a lot, or I should say stone, we're going to have a lot of stones. I think we do we bring a wheelbarrow with us? I don't know where it would be at this point. Probably need a cart. Yeah. And sound sense down a little bit again. There we go. Another door here. And some storeroom. Oh, and we got our stockpiles already, so let's go ahead and designate all of those. So, we need moderate. We need a big wood pile, so let's make a big wood pile. That would be that much. Need a large stone pile. Also do that by 9. Then we need stuff like furniture, which we may have a lot of. Messing that up. Stone, wood, good. Furniture is you. We'll also do finished goods. Goods we're probably have a lot of since we're gonna be selling them, so a little bit bigger too. You can have weapons in here for the time being until we have more of an armory and barracks, along with ammo. The bolts is only one strip here. And cloth. And yeah, we'll leave the rest. I guess we can stick armor here too. Yeah. We can adjust these as we notice some stockpiles filling up faster than others. We're good to go for stockpile. We should be making something at the masonry shop. I don't think we are already. To make. We're gonna need chairs, and can we make tables here? We can. We should be making chairs and tables here. We have 15 dwarves at the moment. Let's call that 20, just to round it up. And we should at least have, I guess, half of our population in tables and chairs, so we can make 10 of each. Yeah, that sounds alright. Okay. So 10 tables and 10 chairs. And now we got a lot of hauling to take care of. And this is where really the only time the FX can be very useful is assigning all this hauling. While still balancing some of the other jobs. And some of the bedrooms are almost finished. We're gonna put some doorways in here. Oh, I got the one doorway. But we got more beds, so I'll make one of those. Alright. We're gonna make those wooden doors, great, and we're also gonna make, did we make the wheelbarrow? We did. Well, I set up a fishing spot. I don't have anyone fishing yet. I suppose I could make a workshop out there, but you know, it's kind of far out. Like, I want it to be near a river, but this is just a little bit too off. Also, what is this? Peaches, what are you doing out here, Peaches? Ooh, thank you, sounds it's too loud. Back down 20 you go. Okay, cool. Is that fighting? And Sponge is fighting again. It's back. It's attacking the Cody. Or is it the skink? Which one's more recent? Actually, no. nothing in this area. Yeah, there's also nothing in this area. Alright. Well, either way, fighting ended already. Oh, I guess I should take a sec to name some more of the dwarves. Just so they have recognizable names. New, customize name. Not tuna fish. And we'll do. Snoopers. Genie. Gargamel? I don't know, that's about Gargamel. Luigi. Vinny. Joel. Wolfie. Mem. Okay, now we all got names. Makes it a little bit more recognizable. Got some thirsty dwarves downstairs. We should move our food stockpile. We need a kitchen first. And the kitchen is going to be attached to mess hall, so we're going to actually make it right here, and we're going to make it symmetrical, so this will be the kitchen. It doesn't need to be gigantic, even though I like making gigantic rooms, but what does need to be big, so this will be the actual kitchen, but I do need a nice long room for all the food, because this is going to be our major food stockpile. It's going to be down. Something like maybe even another. What would we do? Okay, great. We'll let them work on that. Miners never get a break. We got all our beds set up. Let's do some more doors. We'll first do this room. Oh, no, we don't have more doors. How is that workflow doing? We should improve that. And we're going to change the range of the doors. I like having a lot of doors around because I always use doors, so we're going to do 5 to... If we have 5 in storage, then we want to go up to 8. That seems like a decent range. In the meantime, we can also use planning mode, which I sometimes don't like using because I get in the habit of using it too much. But for this... Oh, we actually have a door here. Alright, that's actually all the doors we need. That's perfect. And we just need tables now, which do we have tables yet? We do. Let's make this look nice. Do like little rings. Also, what is this pile? I'll take it off. Corpse pile. We do not need a corpse pile right now. Turn to stockpile. It's like this, isn't it? Yeah. Great. I forget what I was actually putting there. Oh, what's this supposed to be? Something probably starts with a C that I got confused. Alright. And we're going to disable from here. So, PT. I think it in the corners. Like little quadrants of 4. I feel like, put them together. Let's actually cancel that. One more up. Yeah, that looks nice. And we'll do chairs if we have them. We do. We'll just make a couple kind of rings like that around the place. I forget how many. We're making 10 tables. I want to move that up to 20, so we'll wait until this is done, and then we can adjust it afterwards. Now we can go ahead and destroy the carts, because we don't need that now. Building. Let's take the wood off to the stockpile, and that'll be that. Drink, 500 food stores, looking great. Good on meat still. We should, yeah, once we have our kitchen, we'll go ahead and create some simple meals. The meat should probably start getting used. We should chop down more trees. How do we have that in our stocks? Wood. It's not listed in stocks, or it's not alphabetical. Let's research. No, it is alphabetical. We just don't have wood listed for. Maybe it's listed by wood type. Oh, anyway. We have a lot of wood outside. By here. We do. Okay, they just need to haul it, that's all. Winter's upon us,
Is here.
says the creepy lady. Alright. This is the last season of our first year, and we're looking okay so far. Nothing terrible has happened. So what is all this junk? Cloth. Or crush. We're slow at hauling. Cloth and stuff. Alright. The stuff we have to worry about, the horses, of course, are outside. So that's something to worry about. We won't be able to gather plants, but for the time being, we're looking okay on food. might not be a necessity at the moment. I think we'll be able to survive through the winter. As long as we don't have too many drastic attacks. I get one every year, starting a year too. We should build up a military. Should be training them. We'll do that once we get things settled. So kitchen all stored away. Probably take care of the next wave of migrants. In case we'll start the military. Oh sure, nest box already. I forgot about that. I forgot some of those. Need a little room for them. Make them. Where should we make them? We can extend them off this way here. Oh, I'd like this to actually be a single entrance. We'll leave it like that. Instead, we'll branch it off of, I guess, here. That rhymes. I don't know what that's from though. Is that coding for something? I could just become a farmer. Okay, fair enough. God, soup sounds great right now, actually. I gotta eat a little bit. Yeah, we'll make little spots for the hen boxes. We have 3 hens. Actually, I don't think I quite made this long enough. I would say it kind of tastes like chicken, and that's a good question. If the animal bones were in the soup, would it taste like the animal itself, or would it taste more like... Well, what is chicken really? I haven't really had the artificial chicken. I don't know if I've ever had, like... I guess I've had chicken meat. Have I prepared chicken? Oh, okay. Yeah, I imagine if you had some stray bones in your chicken noodle soup, as long as it didn't have too much artificial flavors, it would taste more like the animal than the artificial itself. Bucks. What am I looking for? Not a cage, is it? What is this? Oh, nest box. That's what I was missing. Yeah. There we go. And we'll make a zone for the chicks. Yeah, we'll make a zone for them. It is a pen. And I'm going to have the hens and roosters since we left fertilization. Yeah, there. Oh, we have to put these cats anywhere. The cats are going to be, in the food storage, so we actually got that going on now, so we can now set this zone up as another pen pasture for the remainder of our cats. Let's make that a little bit larger. Pen pasture set to remainder of cats. Micro cat. Oh, it's snowing outside. Okay, so since kitchen area is done, we can go and make a kitchen. Workshop kitchen. Oh, that's cool there. Kitchen is Z. We'll make a couple while we're in. Or choose by fine. And we'll make a stockpile for all of our newly cleaned food. This will be all this area. It's going to be all the food that we have. Also including drink. We're going to make drink here as well. Which means I think we should extend it just a little bit more because we got a lot of drink. I guess it's easy to also store them here. Well, I'd like the drink to be near where they're going to be eating, so I'm gonna move the stock zone. Okay. Oh, we haven't made bedrooms yet. That's what we should do. We should have 5 doors at the moment. Only 4. Alright. Here I can actually, we can use planning mode since we have automatic workflow. I don't like planning mode a lot, but it can help in these kind of situations where you just want to get this part done. And I want to turn that off now, so Shift P. And now that those are all set, we can go ahead and go to Q. Wait until we'll turn that down. Oh, never mind, it went off. And turn these all into bedrooms. Actually, our population has grown since then. Yeah, now we have 15 citizens, so this is only 10 beds so far, so we actually gotta extend even further at the moment. So we'll go down here some more. Yeah, we'll make a couple more little boxes. Okay, great. Those rooms are all set. I'll wait for the miner to finish that up. And again, we're just gonna actually do workflows for beds as well now, since we got it for doors, and we're gonna use auto planning for doors, so might as well just do the same thing for beds. So we'll do that at the carpenter's workshop, and make a bed with an automatic workflow. In which case, we make a bed of any type of wood, and we keep that limit from. We set them 5 to 8. What was our range? Yeah, 5 to 8. Okay, cool. And I'll get done. Get some more tables. Let's go place these down. Oh, wait, these are not chairs. Cancel. Cancel. Build chair here. Got a good number of tables so far. And chairs. And I think we should also be able to make this. Oh, we need a couple more doors. Decisions are made. Go ahead and make some easy meals. And we're gonna keep that task going. Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna crazy meal with a workflow. And let's say we'll make a limit. Biscuits of main material, and we'll make a range. Even though we don't have any right now, we'll make it from 30 to 50. So we'll just hop right on that, make some 30 biscuits, and we will call it good. Grab our cookies. Someone's already topping on it. It's over here. Pin on tin fishes. it isn't how you cook. Only 2x2. Yeah, I could give him a little bit more space a little bit later. I haven't walled him in just yet, so we can always extend outwards, make more, I guess, width. For the time being, yeah, we're just gonna hull him up. It's better in a dormitory, at least. So they don't get, personal items in their chest or anything like that. How are horses doing? That's true, yeah. And whether the dwarves even like being in small rooms or big rooms. True that. Get some scrawny horses. There is not a lot of food out here. Well, hopefully they're not dying of starvation. Yeah, open space between furniture, that's a good point. And it makes it, I feel like if you give them a lot of space and you make it look nice, like it can be very visually appealing. Whereas, this is just kind of a design in itself. You go crazy with it. But it's good to have space in between furniture to make it look like a room. I think that's great. Even though the nobles are all posh and they need their fantastic rooms, I always love doing it because then you get to make a really fancy office that all the smaller dwarves envy because they have these tiny little hovels. They have their own special dining room. You can really go crazy with those noble rooms. Now, speaking of which, I gotta set these doors in. Oh, they haven't made doors yet. Should be working on that now, though. I should probably separate these passive between the two shops. Let's do beds here with the workflow, and we'll set this one 5 to 8, and we'll cancel the one here. Unless this is spread between the two of them, I don't think it is. Oh, it is. Okay. One by 4 dining room. That does sound like a very miserable dining room. Office sounds nice, though. 3x5, 3x4 bedroom. That's good sizes. You're very generous with your nobles. And you gotta smooth the walls and all that fun stuff. Oh boy, yeah. guess it's shared. It's nice to have that like visually appealing sort of style to your fortresses, whether it be perfect blocks that all line up just right, or little intricate designs that you make. It always comes out fantastic. I love seeing pictures of people's bases like that. Having a center room sounds like a good idea too, because then you can split the 3 rooms, kind of like crossroads. I don't think that would speed up. Well, maybe it would speed up time in between. If they need to go from say bedroom to office, then it's just they don't have to go through 3 connected rooms, so they could just go to the crossroad. Yeah, 7 by 10. And for a noble, I mean that's fantastic. When you have it down to a blueprint. Oh, we got attacking. That's flying squirrel fighting. There's a bunch of flying squirrels. Look at all that. 2 or 3 right here. And I guess they're just fighting with each other, or they're falling. Oh no, they're fighting just a giant sponge. All right. And hopefully you have like a good statue lying around. Give you something for the craft dwarf to work on. Yeah, that makes sense. Good to know. I usually don't touch nobles too much, except for the bookkeeper, manager, the necessary ones. But yeah, it's good to have the design done, especially if you're working with all of them. Then it's good to have that down to a T. Yeah, no kidding, right? They're just posh people who demanded stuff for no reason. All right, I am coming up to the 3-hour mark. think I'm gonna finish up on my last stockpile for the kitchen, make sure everything looks good in terms of workflow, and then we'll call it there for the night. I usually stream about every day, if I can, at least every other day. I'll probably be picking up this fortress. Definitely, again. I had a stream last night where I started a fortress as well. I made it a little too large. Most likely. Oh, is there a fight going on? This. Yeah, and that stuff's awesome to look at. Extensive layouts are just fantastic. A, because it helps the community if they see like a good layout, then they can copy it, or I should say, learn from it. They can, learn about the style, understand why it's good. And B, it's just fantastic for your own fortresses. Cranks up that productivity. Let me see. I just need this last stockpile before I finish. So P for food. I'm gonna extend this one just a bit. Alright, let me remove the exclamation. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. I'm a little shaky. I haven't played in over 1 or 2 years. So I just picked it up again, give it a try, check out new stuff. I want to work with taverns, monasteries, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I wanted to get started for it, just to get it back into the swing of things. Alright, I think that just about does it. Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff. I've been keeping track of the development, and they've been doing fantastic work. Good on them. I'm gonna make a save here. Oh, that's good to know. I did not. Alright, and I'm gonna close down Sound Sense. Oh, it may have turned off my mic. Yeah, it may have froze up for a sec. That's good to know. I was saying, yeah, that's all fantastic to know, and it makes sense. Especially, I love that they take off the helms now. Let's see. Yep, totally. Just to see if I especially noticed anything that's gone changed since then. Really now? That's interesting. Okay, I have to look into that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that is awesome. Okay, so they trade resources. Alright, I like that a lot. Definitely have to read into that. And it's gonna take a sec to save. I'm gonna pull up some music.